So our workout today is going to be a chest and back day split. We're going to be doing 3 exercises each, like per chest and per back. Starting, we're going to be doing incline, then flies, and then dips for chest. And then for back, we're going to be starting with the bent over rows, going into back flies, and then we're going to be doing the lat pull downs for our last movement.
Let's hit the treadmill and get ready for this workout. When I'm on the treadmill too, I like to mix in some backwards walking. Helps, I have some knee pain, so doing this, it helps kind of alleviate that. Makes it work the top part of the leg and the knees, a muscle that doesn't get used as much when you're walking forward like a normal human. Do we run like meatheads? A little bit. That's what I wonder when I run on the treadmill. I'm like,
We run
this
like
is
we
normal
don't
to
run.
me, but I probably look like.
Just getting started on our first exercise. Once we do get started, we're going to want to be keeping a relatively fast pace and not resting a super long time in between sets. So we're going to be changing the weight pretty fast and running back and forth. Whenever you're doing your exercise, especially with bench, just control the whole movement. You don't want to be bouncing off your chest because then you're losing that tension in your chest that you're trying to build up.
I obviously didn't get what I wanted out of a 10 and a 5. Got literally as much as I could. I went till failure. Knew I didn't get 10 reps, so I wanted to take it to 135. Still make my muscles work for that last 1 or 2 reps. It's important because you work super hard to get to that point of hurt, of pain, of really getting your muscle to fatigue. So when you get it there, you gotta push it in that zone to really grow. There you go. All the way down. This exercise that we're about to do has changed the game for my chest. I've grown so much with it, and I feel like my workouts have just been more spot on when having this in my rotation. I'll start right here. Open up as far as you can.
Yep.
And then leading with your pinkies, you want to squeeze that back up. Come back down and release it. Get a good stretch. Lead with those pinkies on that squeeze.
Yep. Just focus on flexing your chest, not bringing weight up. Pulling your chest together, using the weight as resistance.
And things that I wish that I knew when I started lifting was when you're doing a fly like this, it's a little thing, but keep your chin up. You can see Jeremy, you have a space right there. That's exactly what you want. A lot of times when you see people do flies, they get caught up and their chin will come right down to here. And the problem for that is you're gonna be missing a little bit of contraction right here in the exercise. And when you're training for a show, when you're taking this as seriously as us, you want every millimeter of muscle to be worked as best as possible. So if something like keeping your chin up can make us get a little more contraction at the top of our pec, that's enough for us to keep doing it and feel like it is very, very important to focus on. These dips that I'm focusing on today is something Jeremy explained to me last time we did these dips, was how important it is to keep that muscle under tension. And that's one thing that I forget when I'm tired. I even will be like, I don't want the pain. I move away from it. I end up going easier on it. So the way I keep tension is keeping a negative, and I know I'm not gonna bring it back up, but fighting like I am and keeping that muscle contracted and under tension, that right there has changed how I've done dips in the last week or two, because we talked about it last time when we were at Mecca for episode 9. So doing that has really helped me to stay focused and keep my pec under tension the whole time correctly. If you guys want to grow your back, this is something you got to do. Any type of row is going to help you grow. But for me personally, I love this machine because of the range of motion I can get. So the way you want to do it is you want to step in here, but then once you grab it, you want to step back about 1.5 steps. That way, I'm leaning forward. I'm going to let my lat come all the way here, and then I shoot it back. This way, I'm stretching my lat to the fullest range of motion possible for it. Come on. When you stretch, yeah, there you go. Keep that contraction. Don't relax. first back exercise. That's how you start it. Go all out. Volume, 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 volume on your back.
Volume and intensity. Keep those reps really solid, man. As soon as I started keeping my form, like just in general, like in my life, as soon as I started keeping my form better with back, because back is such a weird exercise, because you can't see it or anything, you're just relying on going back as far as you can. What you don't know, you can go back really far. So it just takes a minute to learn that and then really get comfortable in that pain. But we totally killed it today with this back exercise. So we're gonna be moving on to back flies now.
I bet you that you're doing this exercise wrong. When you do a back fly, do not sit straight up at a 90 degree and do your flies like this. If you wanna grow and if you wanna gain muscle, do it right. Get a full range of motion, get a full stretch and full contraction. That's why I lean over just a little bit and squeeze.
Are you doing your lat pulls correctly? If you're not sitting straight up like this, pulling your elbows straight down your body, focusing on just a squeeze, then you're not. You're getting an arm workout. Focus on keeping your chest up, elbows shooting right down. Don't try to use your arms. Your arms are gonna give out way before your back does. Use your whole back, stretching it forward, pulling it back, letting your back do the work. That's gonna give you some super good back overall development, a lot of lat development. Gonna get you that classic V taper. All right, I wanna still try to keep my form, get that squeeze, 10 reps.
Good. Good. Come on. Come on. Full reps. Full reps. Push. Come on. Full reps. Push, push, push.
There we go. Nice. Squeeze. You got it. Squeeze. Squeeze. You got it. Yeah. Work. Nice. Work. Squeeze it. Let's go, Cody.
All right, guys, that is a wrap on chest and back day. We got a lot of great exercises in. We hit the full muscle, front and back. Hopefully we left you with some tips and tricks that'll help you in your journey. Or if anything, we inspired you to get in the gym tomorrow or today to make yourself just 1% better. We appreciate you following us today. We appreciate all the support up until this week. We are 11 weeks into our prep, into our UVU YouTube. We're officially on the downhill slope, closer to the show than not, which is pretty crazy.
Like, subscribe, and try out this workout. Let us know if you like it, and then see us on stage.
Let's go.